If I told you that we're supposed to splash in 3 days, would you believe me? Because I don't believe it. We certainly could not move this boat right now, but we've got 3 days to finish everything and get everything put away. It's gonna happen. Don't have a choice.
I'm Nikki, this is Jason, and this is Curiosity, the driving force behind our thirst for exploration and discovery, literally and philosophically. And well, we've been pushing our curiosity pretty hard over the past several years. So now we've got some serious TLC to do.
Feels pretty close. I think you do that and then mark off, right?
Are you ready, dear? Oh, we must be sure. There's no turning back once we're out the door. Leave your message here on the telephone, 'cause we've no idea when we're coming home. Any place we wander to, any season we go through, I'll be fine as long as I'm with you. Heading home, heading home, running around the world with you. When you smile, I smile too. How I ever made it without you. Heading home, heading home.
It's splash day! I am so excited. I just can't. I can't even talk about it. Anyway, splash day. We have officially been here for 8 weeks. No, I don't mean in New Zealand. That's been even longer. I'm talking 8 weeks just here on the Hard. And it feels like it's been 8 weeks. It's funny because there are parts of me that think, what the hell have we done for the last 8 weeks? And then if I think about it realistically, we've accomplished a lot, I think all things considered, lockdowns and everything else. So really not so bad.
Yeah.
And we have one last task to do before they haul us out today, which...
Haul us out. Splash us.
Haul us out. Yeah, before they splash us. Whatever. They're going to haul us out of here and put us in the water.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Good save.
We have one last task to do, and that is swapping out the anchor. And I bet you did not think... Well, I don't know about you. I did not think we were going to manage to clean this place up, but it's looking a lot more like home. I'm impressed. But I think it looks pretty good. You take a look around and you tell me. But, I mean, be kind, because it's still not perfect yet.
Well, this is the important things. The coffee bar is clean, and the liquor cabinet.
It's fully stocked.
Exactly. And we got tomatoes. It's a good start. I have a few projects, which I will tell you about later. And the forward cabin now is, not too bad. You gonna show them that side?
You probably should look down there, right? You can look down there.
This one's not quite done. I'm gonna work on that later. We found a little leak.
Yep. Hey, are you ready?
Wow, that is shiny.
I know, right? It's gonna be the cleanest thing on the boat. So I don't know if you can hear me. We'll give it a go. This is the new Epsilon anchor from Lumar, and when we ordered our port lights and our hatches, they said, how old is your anchor? Do you need a new one? We said, well, technically ours is over 5 years old now, and it is recommended to change a stainless steel anchor about every 5 to 6 years.
Yeah, the problem with stainless is you can't see when it starts to fail. There's no visual cues that it's failing. It just will randomly fail. And that's what we assume happened to our life raft locker bolts.
So we don't want that to happen to our anchor. Obviously, extremely important piece of gear. I would argue probably one of the most important pieces of gear because it can just be disastrous in a heartbeat if you don't have a really good anchor.
Yeah. So Lumar was like, let us send you this new anchor because we think it's badass. And I said, well, our Mantis is badass. I don't know if I want your anchor. And they said, well, just use it and see if you like it.
The thing is, right, like, every sailor you talk to, if they have a good anchor, which is pretty much any of the new ones, honestly.
Spades, the Rockness, everybody that talks about them, they love them.
Right, because if you have it and you've never drug and you've ridden out lots of crazy storms and everything else, then you think, I trust this thing literally with my life, you know? So it's a really important piece of equipment. So if what you have has worked, it's really nerve-wracking to go with anything else. So the good news is we got this one, so we're gonna give it a go very soon.
But the beauty of the Mantis is, as you'll see here any second now, it's not dead, it still works. It can be perfect for a backup anchor, a stern anchor, but the fact that it breaks down almost flat, which is the way it arrived to us.
It'll be so easy to store as our backup or storm anchor, secondary anchor, stern anchor, whatever we need it for.
See?
That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, because I lubed it well.
Always got to bring it back to the lube.
And while we're here, how about a quick chain update? So this chain is now 1 year old. Our last one that we got in Panama that we thought we were buying G4 high test chain that ended up being not. It was flaking to bits, it was rusted to hell. The links were super tiny because they were worn out. This is a high quality anchor chain and it's lasted, so that's good. We got what we paid for this time.
Yes.
There it goes. Gonna put a little thread locker on here.
Well, just to stick with the theme of nothing's ever easy.
So this swivel system is so different than our Mantis one, so I'm not exactly sure the best way to attach this anchor to the chain. There's multiple things written online, so I'm gonna email Lumar or maybe try to call them and see how they recommend doing it. And for now, I'm just gonna put this on like this. Temporarily, get it up, make sure it fits, and then we'll report back once they tell us how they recommend it to be installed.
Stay tuned!
Stay tuned, yes. Wiping off the thread locker.
But honestly, it's never done right until you've done it at least twice.
With a boat, it's never done right until it's done twice. Or 3 times.
Sometimes.
So shiny. There's actually a label on the bottom. I'm gonna get a shot of it. It says something. It says Lumar Epsilon, 70-pound anchor.
The hardest thing about life on the hard is the hit to the cruising kitty, because all of these projects add up to a lot of money, which is why we are very thankful to have our friends over at Surfshark as a sponsor. And for those of you that have been following along for a little while, well, then you know that we don't recommend anything we don't personally use. And we've been using a VPN since we set sail because, well, while we like to think that we're out here sailing like it's 1492, the reality is we live in a very digital world. And, well, from country to country, some apps and websites don't play so nice, which is where Surfshark comes in. It is an app and browser extension that lets us change our IP address to virtually change our location to unblock websites and content that we couldn't access otherwise. And it comes in handy for so many things. For example, we needed a VPN to get around live streaming restrictions in Ecuador so that we could live chat with our patrons. Yeah, we've gotten around the system. And we've used it to unblock apps like Venmo so that we could send money to family back home. But probably the area where we use it the most is to unblock shows on Netflix and Amazon Prime because, well, movie nights out on the deck are just the best. Having a good VPN is an invaluable tool for us as travelers. And right now, if you use our discount code WYNNS, you get 83% off plus 4 extra months for free. And that is the biggest discount they have ever given us, and it is only for a short time. Most importantly, if you're not sure if it's a good tool for you, no worries, because they offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk to try it out. I will make sure and leave a link in the description box below.
He's gonna back that thing all the way down the road between the buildings and into the ramp. That's gotta take some skill.
What are you worried about?
You're distracting him. She's trying to get photos of the guy driving. God, this is her whole house and everything.
He's obviously very comfortable.
You want a different view?
Yeah, well, I'll take that.
Right.
I'm not gonna deny that invitation.
You go.
There's aircon in here.
Yeah. That's why I'm in here.
Jason way out there. So are we waiting on them to block traffic?
Just a couple of boats in the way, so stand by.
Oh, okay. Well, then we've got interview time here. So, how long have you been driving this beast?
This is my first time.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah, this is my stress ball.
Yeah.
So every time, don't worry, because I got this as well.
Oh, always prepared. Very nice. But seriously, how long have you been driving this?
Oh, a little while now.
Yeah. And you have to have like a certain amount of training to be able to operate this, right?
Yep. Yeah, because this trailer can lift up to 80 ton.
Yeah.
So it's pretty sophisticated.
You're just saying next year on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Pretty sophisticated. They're the guys that do the main bits because they got all the controls and hydraulics and steer them in the right way. So
You just go forwards and backwards.
forwards and backwards, that's it.
Yeah.
They do all the work.
And you sit in the aircon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can hear you.
Oh, great.
Everything you say.
They're controlling the whole trailer right now.
Yeah, so everything's done by Remy. He's single, so that guy down there. So you can plug that on YouTube. He's looking for a nice girl or guy.
He's not particular. Equal opportunist when it comes to love.
Walking up. No, it's all about having fun, that's the main thing. Right, yeah, good to go.
All right. I feel like for full disclosure, I need to say this is not my first time to hang out with this guy. We've had it. But he's just this fun-loving with everybody. Is that it? Is your job done?
Yeah. I wish. Half time.
I gotta ride the tractor. All good?
No leaks, all good. Okay, we're floating. So far so good, the engines are on. It feels weird. It feels like I should do a dance, but maybe not until we tie up.
Yeah, it feels too
dock.
early. It feels too early. But so far, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Untie the lines. Let's go. Yeah, was that a high five?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Do you want to tell people where we're going?
We are going back to the dock, the marina, to tie up, organize everything, make sure everything still works, and then maybe if the weather stays nice, we'll go out to an anchorage.
Thank you. We made it!
Welcome back.
Thanks! Nice to be your neighbor again.
Yeah. And she floats.
First item of business is to clean the deck because unfortunately life on the Hart, they call it the Hart, and that's a very good term really because it is hard in so many different ways. Hard on the pocketbook, it's hard on the boat, hard to keep anything clean just because everybody's doing projects and they're sanding bottom paint and everything else there is just black everywhere. And I just washed the boat yesterday thinking I could maybe get away with not having to do it again when we got here, and that was just wishful thinking because black footprints everywhere, and if we don't wash it right now then we end up just tracking it all through the boat. Oh, and because it's our first night back on the water, then we invited a couple of our neighbors over for a little sundowner. So
You're making me nervous to...
it's fine. Gonna get it cleaned up, have some people over. It's all gonna be fine. Look at that. It's perfect. Perfect. Look at all of that.
It's nuts.
Not perfect,
Way cleaner.
but it's way cleaner. And it was way cleaner a day and a half ago, but I didn't film that day, so now you're not gonna believe me. Okay, well, we've got friends coming over shortly, but before that, wanted to say that we are back in the water, but obviously we still have plastic over the windows, which is also kind of why we're at the dock. We've still got a few projects to finish up. One of them, being the windows. We need to do the final bead, so we'll be here a couple more days for that. And
The first really big thing we have to do is get our power in order, and that is, well, if you remember, we lost a solar panel and we bashed up a solar panel in a windstorm. It just came uncaulked. I won't be able to use the caulk jokes anymore really soon. Oh man, that's gonna be so sad. Okay, so this one, and let me show you one downstairs. So here are our new solar panels, all of them. That'll be fun.
yeah,
And then we have this, which is a high output alternator, 215 amps, with this thing and like 6 more little devices down there. So we've got 2 of these actually. So that will be a fun couple days of install and testing. And
in case we completely screw up the install.
we also found a starter for our generator. So we're gonna try to get the generator up and working. So we've got the generator's back up, and we're gonna try to only use the high output alternators if we have shade. Otherwise, we're gonna use only solar. This is our whole power right here.
Well, we still have one more project, the refrigerator.
Oh yeah,
Oh, and the furler.
and the
We
furler.
still haven't done the
We should
furler.
probably check the list and show you what else we got going on.
Let's see here. Okay. Jeez.
Oof, jeez.
Sneak on about me like that. Okay. The fridge situation is the one that we want. We haven't been able to find here in New Zealand. It's an issue of like an old version versus a new version, and we really want the standalone fridge, standalone freezer. Right now we're only finding the like all-in-one units. So then you'd have like a little tiny freezer with the rest of it being a fridge. Not ideal for our little setup here. So we're still sorting that one out. And then the air cons. Oh my gosh. So we have the Webasto air conditioners that we had shipped in our crate to Tonga, but they didn't have the extra supplies there that we needed
To install it.
install it. So they're just kind of sitting there in place, but they're not functioning. But now we have like all the bits and bobs that we need.
Hold on.
What?
The AC units also have the easy start built in, so they're soft starting, so we can run them off of our lithium batteries, and summer's around the corner, so we can test all that action. And they have these really cool touch screen displays to control them.
Nobody cares about.
It's touchscreen. It's gotta be cool.
Okay. I mean, mostly everything else is tiny stuff. Those are the big things. Anyway, we still got a lot of work to do, but we're gonna bang it out. Just a few more days of hardcore work. We're gonna be out there. Or maybe we'll go ahead and go out for a few days, then come back and tackle a project. I don't know. We'll see. Cocktail time.
And as he was passing me, he was like, "You really should
okay
make
with Chardonnay, right?
You need to let people know what you're doing." And I was like, "I thought I did." I pointed like, "Yo, I'm going that way," and I'm like, "Also, you're in the little boat."
Yeah.
I'm in the big boat, but big boat always says right away.
Mine says rugby.
Oh yeah. Most of the people I know are not retirees. They're just younger people looking for a different way of life. And